All right, guys, we're going to get started. Welcome to Mental Monday. I'm Coach Amber. I help women learn how to connect to themselves and others, especially after trauma. Right? Welcome in, Mom. Tonight, what we are talking about is I don't know what the fuck I want to do with my life anymore. Like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want anymore, right? You've done the healing. You've done the things. You have processed all the shit you're learning, and you have begin to recognize your coping mechanisms and changing and rebalancing your nervous system. And thank you, Dylan. And all of that good shit, right? Like, we're doing that. And then what happens? There's a void. Because we feel like, okay, I'm stepping away from that. I should be more calm. I should be happier. I'm moving in the direction to create the life that I want. Why don't I feel like it? Maybe it's hit and miss. Maybe sometimes you feel like it. Or sometimes you question, am I fucking doing this right? Because I'm sitting after all this healing and I don't feel better. Like, I don't know what I want anymore. I don't know if wanting something is healthy or not, right? Like, there's so many things that are happening in this space. Compliance. Could you clarify? Jared's in the house. It's different, unfamiliar. Yes, it is. What I want to talk about a little bit here, and then we're going to dive way deeper into the sacred middle. So if you have not checked that out, I have a small group, all women's group coaching, 5 to 7 p.m. Monday nights. You can go purchase a ticket in my link tree. We go there, we're on Zoom, and we share. Oh, no. You said compliance, right? Or complacency? Okay, copy. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. And okay, complacency. Got it. Okay, got you. 1 second. Okay, got you. We are on Zoom for the Sacred Middle, so check that out. We go 2 hours, just women to women group coaching. And we talk about this topic, but we dissect it, all the nerdy science behind it, the personal experiences, and you get to share as well. So make sure you purchase your ticket. I think there's only a few seats left, which is amazing. Okay, so complacency. That can play a part of it, right? And so there's all these questions that happen in this space. Am I being lazy? Am I being complacent? Let me shut this really fast, y'all. Am I being lazy, complacent? Have I done the healing wrong? Am I broken? Is something wrong with me? Because I see all of these other healed people creating this life that they want, and I still feel stuck. All of that is super valid. You've outgrown the life that you had, but the new one hasn't started yet. Are we worth it? That's huge. Are we worth it? Like, are you worth getting the new life? Or maybe I switched topics in my brain. But are we worth fighting for that new life? Or Heather, welcome in. Okay. You stop chasing, you stop fixing, you even stopped caring sometimes. And now it's just quiet. right? I love what Crystal said, the limbo, the void. And you don't know who the hell you are anymore or what the fuck you want. We're just beginning. Welcome. You are not late. Oh, it seems so many uncomfortable when money is involved. Copy. Okay. Yes, money. And this is a huge one. I got to take notes. Let me get my notes out. Right? And so I just want to touch on this really fast. Money, wanting things. Remember, we're on this pendulum. And so there's so much that can be happening to us when we have been programmed to be grateful and to not want more. Parascooters in the house, welcome in. Wanting things feels greedy. Wanting things feels bad. And even maybe on the opposite side, where you're working to not want things as much. And so what the fuck do you do with that? How do you handle that in creating a new life that you want, right? Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. So there's so much that goes into this and so much confusion. Right now, before we get started, I just want to give you the permission you don't need for it to not make sense, for it to be confusing, and for it to be scary, to be in this season where you are stepping away from an old life and creating a new life that you haven't really arrived at quite yet. Not that we're ever really arrived, but more so where we want to be, right? You're not lost. You're just meeting yourself without the noise. And this calm, quiet, right, is like, what do we do with that? Charlene's in the house. Welcome in. Do you ever feel like you've outgrown your old life but don't have the new one yet? Put a 1 in the chat. Do you ever feel like you've outgrown your old life but don't have your new one yet? You're in the right space because we're talking about it tonight. Lots of ones in the chat. I see y'all. Just so you guys know, these topics I create are because there's shit that I go through or have gone through or am currently going through. So you're never alone in this stuff. Yes. Process. Yes. I would love to hear more of that perspective. I can't wait to hear more about that in the Sacred Middle. You guys, if you have not grabbed your seat, grab your seat. I think that there's just a few seats left for the Sacred Middle where we get to dive into your personal story about this topic and one-on-one group coaching. Miss Maggie, welcome in. Do you miss the chaos you swore you'd never go back to? Let's be real. Let's be real. Do you ever miss the chaos that you swore you would never go back to? Yes, I do. This is why I dip into it. Sometimes, yeah. Because that chaos is comfortable sometimes. If we're being honest, yes. And in that chaos, sometimes I can feel alive, right? I dominate that chaos section. Sometimes in the peace, I don't shine so well, right? Okay, sounds good. Thanks for stopping by, sweetie. Courtney, welcome in. Parascooter, I want peace now. Yes, I do too. But sometimes I find myself like, I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that piece. I don't know what to do with that space. Like my body goes, we need to be doing something. Like, let's create something big. Let's go big or just go home. Right? And none of this is bad. Some chaos is good, y'all. Okay? Yeah, more our body wants it. But this is, yeah. Yes. Instructor Mike's in the house. What? Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by, man. When things get quiet, do you finally rest or do you panic? So when it is quiet and you do have that peace, are you able to actually rest in it or do you get anxious? Right, panic. I see you, Heather. Chaos keeps it interesting, right? Jordan! Both. Hey. Fun shit to do. Right. I gotta do something. Oh, something that just popped up. So those that panic or need to find something to do, is there something that plays in your head? For what I mean is, for me, when that calm sets in and that peace is there is an underlying message of don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. Like for me, that comes up anytime that there's calm and peace and I'm doing nothing. I should be doing something. Yes. My mind wanders. What chaos will come next? Yeah, always scanning for that. I have to ground before I can receive the silence. Yes, I'm with you, Ryan. I'm with you. I'm good to do nothing. It's when there is an assignment that I feel anxious. I love the opposite side. My brain just sometimes does not go there. Body looking to earn something. So the opposite, let me sit in that for a second. When there is something to do, there's an anxiousness, right? So in that, would you say that in tackling tasks, there's anxiousness, there's more anxiousness than joy in tasks? Oh, you can't hear me? Red Witch, welcome in. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Heather, maybe go out and come back in. From others. Oh, got it. Their expectations surface. Right. So would that be the same as like so not enough? I think for me too, but familiar with anxiousness, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And I would say this is where I love, like when we get to the root, it's the same. The acceptance, like the worth, the not being left, right? Not being abandoned. So for me, it always like we're doing fractions, which by the way, don't teaching and learning fractions with my 13-year-old. There's a whole other nervous system regulation protocol that I have not done well at. We'll just say that. But it reminded me of like fractions, getting down to like boiling it down, right? So we could talk about all of these things. The underlying is, are we enough for people to stay? Yeah. Don't ask me to do anything. You'll end up being disappointed. Covert contracts, if left alone to do a task, I'm good. Yeah. The hubs is the same way. It makes sense. Okay. Here's one. Do you ever look around and realize that you've built peace, more calm, but no joy? Do you ever look around and like, okay, there's more peace, there's more calm, but something's still missing. There's no joy. Yes. I've been super passionate about this topic lately. Why? Because this was me. I was like, oh shit. We done the healing. Wait, healing isn't the end? What the fuck? Like, we're always going to be healing, right? But they don't talk about what next. Like, it's just like you do the work and then you're going to have the life that you wanted. We're playing the long game, right, Tara? We're here for the long haul. There's no quick fixes or cheat sheets. I have fleeting joy moments now, usually alone garden. That sounds so peaceful. I found joy and then it gets drained by others. Yes. People make it complicated. Facts. Facts. People be getting in the way. Ooh, okay. Do you catch yourself waiting for a sign instead of just trusting yourself? Do you ever catch yourself waiting for an answer or for a sign versus just trusting yourself and trusting? William, welcome in. I feel like, especially in the spiritual community, this happens a lot, right? Which it's not bad. None of these are bad, right? Like, I'm all about omens and I'm all about signs and, right? I pull cards and touch rocks and all of those things. But it's when we can't trust ourselves at all and we only rely on those, right? That outside validation. I bring that up because that means that we're still disconnected from self. Does it ever feel like you're standing in the middle of your own life and don't recognize it? Orange Witch, welcome in. Do you ever feel like you're standing in the middle of your life and you don't recognize it? Whole life, yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Jax, welcome in. Yeah. My family feels the same about me. It is complicated. It is. And so many things are happening simultaneously, right? There's a lot of changes happening on the inside. The outside changes do come sometimes, most of the time, but it takes a while to get to those outside changes and to do the repair where other people can see, right? So we can be changed internally, but our external world is still the same. We can even be in the same connections, the same unhealthy situations, or all of these things, and it can be really confusing. And welcome in. All right, here's a doozy. Y'all ready? Are you afraid to want again because you don't trust your old self choices? Are you afraid to want again because you don't trust your old self choices? Emily, welcome in, sweetheart. This one hits for me because, and I guess more not, maybe it is self-trust. I would have to think about that. But when I wanted things and when I pursued things and when I was at, maybe when I felt my highest self, then bad shit happened in my life. And so my body, God, I love the body keeps the score of things nervous system. My body remembers that when we were doing, we felt well, bad shit happened. And so what does my beautiful body and brain want to do? Protect me from that. So it's like when good is coming, bad is coming. When you feel good, that means terrible shit's gonna happen. Anybody else relate? That pendulum is a motherfucker. Lisa, hello, lovely. Right, Jordan? At least I'm not alone. Thanks. Thank you, girl. Okay. Any questions before we kind of get into the little sciencey part? If it stays still, is that a life? Like, is that a question? Like, if you just stay still, is that a life? Or is that like a rhetorical question? Oh, the pendulum. So my take on that is when we are looking at, say, like, I find this in the spiritual community is where they teach to get to this Zen point where just nothing bothers you. You just like, you're disconnected from like everything. For me, that does not resonate with all of my knowledge and experience and training and science. I just don't believe that that's why we're here as humans. We're here as humans to feel. And so I believe that we will be on this pendulum. And I don't believe that being in the middle, staying in the middle is healthy or where we're supposed to be, right? We're supposed to experience. And this is why I'm passionate about teaching about coming home to yourself and re-regulating your nervous system over and over and over again, because that pendulum's going to be shifting. Why? Because we're motherfucking humans. We are humans. I don't believe that we are supposed to be making all of the things go away. I believe that we're supposed to be understanding it so that we can ride that motherfucking pendulum like a roller coaster and enjoy it more as humans. Not that the pendulum is never going to be shifting, right? That's my experience and what resonates with me. Welcome back, Perscuda. And so, thank you. I appreciate that. So this space that we're in can feel like the pendulum has stopped, right? Okay. Thank you for that note. I'll try to remember to do that. Actually, I'll write it down. What would you call that? Human. Being human. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Welcome in, everybody. Does anybody have any questions before we get into some science? But I know we love that science. Okay. One of the things that I want to talk about is dopamine, right? Because first of all, if you take all of our I don't know anybody who doesn't have trauma. So there's that. Which there are levels to PTSD, but so when we talk about those types of things, right? Having trauma and trying to learn how to cope, how to keep yourself safe, you will find things that make you feel good. That is just the human experience, the way that we are wired. Okay? The pendulum is on both sides of that. When you have first of all, if you numb out, the dopamine hits are going to need to be bigger. Okay? And then that can lead into other things, addictions and things like that. Same on the other side. As far as if you are, I would say that those are more small, consistent dopamine hits, right? Faster, 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 faster. You get them much easier. What I'm trying to get at with that is when you begin to heal and when you begin to regulate your nervous system, you have less cortisol in your body. Also, you are not getting as many dopamine hits from your coping mechanisms, from the addictions, from all of these things, right? Again, dopamine isn't bad. Coping mechanisms aren't bad. It's just how we use them and when we use them and understanding what's going on, being aware of all of that, right? When you have less cortisol, that is going to bring, okay, no worries. Thank you. That is going to bring your nervous system more regulated, bring you down. And then when you are not getting these dopamine hits over and over, you have less dopamine. You have less things that you're getting dopamine from. Okay? So that means now your body is in like a withdrawal. If you think about a withdrawal, there's a space where there's a void. Let's take shopping as an addiction, right? When you are shopping and shopping and shopping, your time is filled with shopping, going to the store, looking online, looking at your bank, all of these things. Okay? When you are no longer using that as a coping mechanism all of the time and you are pulling back, you have all of this time on your hands and there is a void there and you're like, okay, what the fuck do I do now? Right? In a lot of like recovery spaces, you will hear them talk about that space of what do you do now when you're not doing what you used to do, right? And oftentimes it cannot feel as good either. And so we're like, what does that mean? Does that mean that I'm doing it wrong? Does that mean that I'm broken? And I just want to remind you that you're going through a cortisol and dopamine withdrawal. So it makes sense, one, that you might want to go back. Two, that it feels like a void or limbo or like, what the fuck is this space? Elizabeth, welcome in. Does anybody have any questions about that? Madeline. Okay. Let's talk about what happens to us when we have built our whole lives around an identity, right? Or doing a certain thing, or that's how we were. Okay, so when you are shifting from where you were or who you were into who you want to be, there is a void of and a grief. Let's just stop right there. If you are on this healing journey, Michael, welcome in, and you have not grieved who you were or the life that you could have had before you knew all of this, I would just tell you, and angry. Okay, let's stop to honor if you have not been angry about the life that you could have had before you learned about all this healing, the life that maybe feels like it was robbed from you. If you have not honored that anger and begun that grief, I would put money that you are not going to be able to get where you want to go, first of all. And if you have questions about how to honor anger in a healthy way, I got you. I'm actually going to do a whole series on how to honor anger, because I feel so many people are missing that piece. Okay? Anger is sacred. Kind of got off on a tangent. You guys, if you have questions or you agree or don't agree, put them in the chat. We're here to talk about it. So, Barking, welcome in. When we are in that space of the middle of stepping away from our old life and creating a new life, this is where it's so important to be connected to your body, getting really curious about everything, a lot of awareness to be able to distinguish between where you were and where you want to go, but also grace and understanding to know that it's okay to be in a space where it can be confusing and scary. But also, I think it's so important to have people in your life that are like, hey, I just want to remind you to stop healing gaslighting yourself. Like, trust yourself. Try different things, right? So when we are in this stage, first of all, a lot of us don't know who the fuck we actually are. We don't know what we actually want because we have just come from being programmed and having our whole lives basically, we lived our whole life for other people. And now we're beginning to live our life for ourselves in a healthy way, right? And we're like, who am I? I've just been who my parents said that I should be, who society said I should be, who school, all of these things. But who am I? So that's part of being in this space, is figuring out who the fuck you are now and what you actually like and don't like. Because most of our lives, we've just done things for other people, but really for ourselves to stay safe. Okay, so I want to tie this in. I am so passionate about creating safety in connections so that you have solid ground to take emotional risks and risks in your life. Okay, when you have connection, at least one connection, one person where you don't have to wear a mask, you could just be yourself and you know that they're going to be there even if you are not perfect, even if you mess up, right? Now, this can go off on a whole tangent of this is when I talk about that type of connection, I'm talking about both people are willing to work on the connection together. Okay? Welcome in, lovely. So I want to be clear about that. When I talk about safe connections, I'm talking about both parties willing to learn and grow and work on the connection. Okay? What does that mean? Is that what time it is? That's not a time. Can we just stop for a second? I'm gonna laugh at myself and you guys are allowed to laugh. Fuck, perfect. It's 7:70 over here. I don't know what time it is where you are, but it's 7:70 here. We're going with that. I have not had alcohol, I promise. Okay, if we can't laugh at ourselves, what are we even doing? I'm gonna say that anytime somebody asks me what time it is now. It's 7:70. Okay. I don't even know where we were in the conversation. Oh, okay. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions? If it's about 7:70, it's 7:70 in Amberland. That's where it's 7:70. $4:20 here. Wait, how? Oh, is my computer off? How is it 4:20 there? Oh, I was like, you have me all fucked up, Tara. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. I think we need a breath. I need a breath because obviously. All right. We're gonna. Okay. I'm gonna take 3 deep breaths so I can come back. Yeah, I got it now. It's the blonde. See the blonde's coming back? Or, well, the blonde is there. Sorry, no, you're good. All right, I'm gonna take 3 deep breaths. I'm just gonna take 3 breaths. I'm gonna take 3 breaths. Okay. Christ, love, and light. Thank you. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Okay. Chris appreciates those moments that I have because he's like, it reminds me that you're such a girl. Like, because I'm always in my masculine. He's like, oh wait, you are a girl. All right. Anyway, back to it. So, and we can say that like the ego's trying to keep us safe, right? It's like, where do I go? Do I swing to this side of the pendulum or do I swing to this side? So our body and our nervous system are recalibrating. They're trying to figure out what feels safe because I think it was Periscuda was like, no, I don't want that chaos anymore, right? We want the peace. But we haven't created enough evidence in our body that that peace is safe. We are working on it, right? But that's why it still feels uncomfortable as well. So a part of that is playing. So you got this chemical withdrawal, right? And your nervous system is trying to recalibrate what the new safe is. And that's going to take time, right? Because if we're talking about like the science behind it, new neural pathways and creating new habits, and that takes, we have what, 40, 50, 60 years that we have been doing things one way. So those neural pathways, they fire automatically, and they're deep, right? So when we're talking about creating new neural pathways, it's going to take a little bit of time. And our nervous system is looking for evidence to support that new information. And we are doing that with the baby steps, right? We're creating safety in small increments. Dang, I thought of something and now I forgot. Robbie Lee, welcome in, everybody. Oh, man. I guess it wasn't that important. If it is, it'll come back. I thought about something when I was talking. Bummer. Okay. Let's see. So in that space too, right? When we have that dopamine and the chemical withdrawal, we actually are looking for new things to hit that dopamine. Dopamine isn't bad, right? It's finding healthy ways of getting that. Okay, so that's what in this space, finding out who the fuck you are and things like that and what you like, it's finding new ways of finding healthy dopamine as well. Not just removing the cortisol. It's finding new ways to get dopamine, because we do need dopamine also, right? But we haven't found new ways that are healthy, that our body is like, okay, this is safe. So that space too, there's a lot of emotional and physical, there's a lot of risk taking in this space, which already doesn't feel safe because we've never been here before. So it can feel like really shaky ground. So I just want to validate that it can be really tough in this space. Trying to survive. Hi, lovely. We are talking about, we've done the old life and now you got me live. Yes, we have done the old life and now we are working to build a new life, but there's a void in this space in between. And we feel like we don't know what to do with this space. It can feel like limbo. So that's kind of what we're talking about here tonight. Welcome back. You couldn't stay away, huh? You're like, I got time. I could jump back in. I'm on vacation. All right. Does anybody have any questions? We have about 15 more minutes before we head to the Sacred Middle. And we will be talking about this. It's small women's group coaching. So you can grab your seat, join us. We'll be on Zoom. So it's very intimate and we don't record it or anything like that. So it is very sacred. No questions. You guys are quiet tonight. Oh, yes. I think this is what I'm feeling. I couldn't explain what I'm feeling, but this makes sense. Yes, yes, yes. And it is. So a few things that we hit are, it's a chemical withdrawal, right? Our bodies, living in fight or flight, our bodies are used to cortisol and pumping through our body all the time. And dopamine, because we have coped and survived through these different dopamine hits that have kept us going, right? So when we stopped doing all of those things and we are learning to regulate our nervous system, you have a chemical withdrawal of dopamine and cortisol. And so your body's like, excuse me, the fuck? Like, what are we doing here? What's happening? And it can feel like a flat line, right? And so I just want to give permission that you're not doing it wrong. It just, this space is necessary for recalibration, right? We're recalibrating our nervous system for the life that we are working towards. Okay, another thing that I just want to again highlight is that we are reprogramming our nervous system to feel safe in peace and calm and these new ways that we're getting dopamine hits. Okay, so because sometimes what can happen is, oh, the dopamine is what is bad, right? And so if we feel that high, if we feel that hit, we're like, this must be bad, because we have associated that feeling with feeling bad instead of the action. Say like, we did just take shopping, for example. Jen, welcome in. Mason, welcome in. That anything that can feel like shopping must also be bad, right? So we have associated the feeling to be unsafe or bad, right? And so when anything feels similar to those old coping mechanisms, we freak the fuck out. We're like, maybe this is bad too. How do I know? I don't know. I'm learning. I don't know. Somebody tell me, is this bad? Is this healthy? And we are so now obsessed with making sure everything is right and healthy and on the right path that sometimes we still get stuck and freaking the fuck out because it's a new high of making sure that we're doing everything right. Okay, no worries, Jen. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. If this is resonating, put a 1 in the chat. If any of this is resonating, put a 1 in the chat. Awesome. Okay. Trying to survive mom life. I see you. I just want to give a shout out to, we got Jordan's in here. We have Tara and we have Frosty and Trying to Survive Mom Life. I see you guys. I'm not forgetting about Ryan. I got you. And our other people, but I just want to shout out because I see you on the content. I see you. You've been posting. Shout out to Tara who duetted it. If you have not joined the nervous system game, y'all, you're missing out. You have an opportunity to win one-on-one work with me all through the December. I am so passionate about this because I want to support you during the toughest time I feel like as a mom and a wife and a woman, like, through these holidays. What game? Yes, I know. Ryan, I love you. It is on my page. I pinned it to the top. It is for women only this round, but hopefully next round we will open it. We'll see. But I know. But you can share it out to all the girlies in your life. I'm sure they would appreciate it. Answer anonymous. But Stephanie, this holiday season is going to be so stressful for me, going to try to win to join you. Yes. No, I know. This is why trying to survive mom life, this is why I wanted to do this, because I want to walk alongside you this holiday season, one-on-one. So you get text message support, like you get a direct line to me. You also get 4 one-on-one in-depth somatic nervous system, emotionally focused therapy sessions. Also, one of my favorite things, my most sacred, is that you get access to the Sacred Middle for the whole month of December. So I'm just saying, I'm super excited about it. Okay, so we have like 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Let's see. Let's see if there's any other little nuggets that let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this. First, I want to give you permission that you're not doing it wrong. If you feel like you're in the void right now, if you feel like you're in limbo, if you feel like you're in the space between your old life and your new life, you're just recalibrating. Okay? And yes, there's a lot that goes with that as far as understanding who you are. And hey, am I avoiding? Am I procrastinating? Am I just numbing? Like, being aware is so important, right? Having people alongside you help hold you accountable and to hold up that mirror for you is important. But I just want to give that permission. And also the permission to be angry in this season. It's so valid, because, okay, can we just like can I get a 1 in the chat? If sometimes on this journey, when you're in this space of the in-between, it's frustrating as fuck. Which anger is so valid. Anger is so valid and necessary. Okay? Because it is frustrating. It isn't all fucking butterflies and rainbows. And in the void, you've done so much healing work. You've done so much. And now you feel like a void, and you feel like flatline. Like, you're like, wait, what is this? I'm supposed to be this spiritual, higher self badass. And I feel nothing. Or maybe even a little bit depressed or whatever. It's frustrating. It is. And I just want to say, I see you. It's valid. You're not doing it wrong. Your nervous system is just recalibrating. Okay? Oh, I see you, lovely. we'll be back here next week. We're talking about trying to survive mom life. Is that what you want me to call you, or do you want me to call you something else? Like, welcome back, Crystal. Now we're finished. We're heading out. Natalie. Okay. I'm making a note. Natalie, go check out the nervous system game. You can, just by participating, you can get in the Sacred Middle all December. Okay. Freya, welcome in. Okay, next week we are talking about, this is part of 2, like, being in this space, which is a good follow-up. I'm afraid I will outgrow everyone. Aww, Ryan. For Natalie? Natalie, are you able to make it? That's so nice. Natalie, are you able to make? Yeah. One of our amazing brothers in here. It is 2 hours long. You don't have to stay the whole time, but it is available for 2 hours. You're gonna want to stay for the 2 hours, but I know time zones are different. Allie, welcome in. We're just closing shop to head over to the Sacred Middle. I just want to make sure that that Natalie, you are able to join before Ryan purchases that ticket. If you are able to join Natalie, our men are amazing. Thank you so much, Ryan. Natalie, if you're able to join. Oh no. No worries. Ryan, thank you so much for offering that. I so appreciate you. And Natalie, I hope that we get to have you in the Sacred Middle soon. Holly! I love all the love in the chat. Okay, we are going to end tonight. Did anybody, Ryan, did you guys get any value out of this morning? I think I'm going to start trying to do that. I miss it. I liked when I was doing it before. So I think that I'm going to start doing that again. Okay, cool. So I am going to go live tomorrow morning. We're going to have a quiet morning reset. So if you want to check that out, you made it. I love you, Ollie. I'm going to test it out this week, and if it resonates, I'm going to keep doing it, and I'll post out a time. Whoop, whoop. Yes, because you matter. And we're here to remind you that you matter. All right, guys. Have an amazing fucking night. I appreciate you. I will see all the amazing ladies who are joining the Sacred Middle. And don't forget to check out the nervous system games, because who doesn't love a good challenge and to win prizes and to have fun and support one another? Like, it's a win. All right, guys. Remember, fuck perfect and connection over perfection. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Bye.